All right, your seniors, Riley Burke, Hannah Olson, big road victory, back and forth affair over Lenox. Pretty good one for you guys. It technically came from behind. You guys gave up the lead late, but you guys started out quick as well. So, Riley, when you guys started off things, you knew it was going to be two teams pressing against each other. What did Coach say going into the game to how you wanted to face Lenox?
He told us that they're a great team and to keep your level head, take your shots, run your plays, everything, and that's what we did, and I think it really showed off tonight.
Hannah, slow start for both teams, just 5-4 after the first quarter, but then both teams eventually got rolling. What do you think it was for both teams that just got off that slow start?
Well, we're both really good defensive teams, so that obviously put a stop. I mean, it was just back and forth dribbling down the court. Nobody's even taking a shot. It was just turnover after turnover. But eventually, Riley made a few threes, they made a few threes, and we started getting warmed up. So.
She mentioned Riley got a few threes in there. When you guys needed it in the fourth quarter, you came up with 3 big ones in the fourth quarter, 3 3-pointers, 4 total. You got 16 points. So kind of give your hot shooting, give a comment on that in the fourth quarter.
I mean, they just weren't dropping at the beginning, and I was getting kind of frustrated with myself, but Snyder came up to me and was like, keep shooting the ball. You know you can make them, so just keep shooting. My teammates helped me get open, and that's just really what did it. My teammates were moving the ball well, and as soon as I get into rhythm, I mean, I can feel when they're going in, and it felt really good in that fourth quarter.
There you go. Hannah, you ended up with 17 points and 12 rebounds. Give a comment on your hard 17 tonight.
Well, free throws were a big part of it, especially because we won by 1 point, so that's always just, if I didn't make my free throws, then we would have won. But I don't know, I just kept fighting for the ball inside and looking for mid-range shots too, and just shooting it when I fell in rhythm.
Riley, you guys tonight went a box and one on Zoe Reed. What was Coach Schneider's strategy there that he was telling you guys?
I mean, Kyla Hart is just an amazing defensive player. We tell her, you go stay on this person, and she does. She does amazing at it, and that helps us in our box. Me and Hannah kind of switched down low, up top a couple times, and it worked out well. Also, I want to say Hannah got her thousands. Congrats to you.
Thanks, Riley.
All right, Hannah, we'll have to have comment on that as well. So you did get your thousands one. What it felt like when you knew you accomplished it?
Well, it felt pretty cool, but obviously I wouldn't be able to do it without my teammates. Before the game, they were like, Hannah, we're going to feed you the ball, so you're going to get it. So, I mean, they passed it around a lot, and I got a lot of open looks because of them. So.
Riley, when it came to your defense, you guys had to stop them a lot of two-headed monsters there for them as well. What was the strategy going into when it was back and forth, knowing you had to keep them out of the bucket?
I mean, Sadie Cox is a phenomenal player, so we kind of knew that when she's down on the block, you've got to slam 2 defenders on her because you just have to. We'd sometimes rather have that corner 3 than her getting it down low, so that's kind of was our thought going into it. And, I mean, I think it paid off well, but she had an amazing game tonight, too.
Hannah, a hard-fought road victory heading into the postseason. What's that mean for your character, and how's that going to benefit you guys moving forward?
It feels really good to get a win over a ranked team tonight, especially going into the postseason. It just gives us a really big boost of confidence going into it. So.
All right, Riley Burke, 16 points. Hannah Olson, 17, leading by Stanton over the victory over Lenox. Congratulations, girls, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Here with Coach Snyder, the Stanton Vikings, big road victory, back and forth affair. You guys had a 10-point lead eventually, giving that up. You guys fought back and got the road win over Lenox. Coach Snyder, let's just start off at the beginning of the game. Slow start, both teams, 5-4 after the first quarter. It just kind of felt like both teams giving each other a lot of respect, feeling each other out in that first quarter.
I think you nailed it right there. I don't know if I can add much to that. You just feel good that nobody's breaking out, especially on the other side of things. So I felt good. I knew this was going to be a back and forth affair, and it sure played out that way in that first quarter.
Mid-second quarter is when you guys found your stride. You went on a 12-0 run to get your lead and held that lead for a long time. So how did you guys obtain that 12-0 run?
Well, it was just a matter of patience and finding our shooters where in an open spot where we want them. I thought another thing that we did well was we forced the action. In other words, we were driving the lane, we were working the ball in the lane, and that got us to the free throw line. I thought that was a big part of that run.
We'll talk about your scores later on, but here, you guys defensively went a box and one with Kyla Hart, just facing Zoe Reed all night, and I think Kyla Hart ended up with 6 assists as well. So give a comment on your senior, just leading everywhere that wasn't the scoring points.
Yeah, a player like Kyla, and I've had a few in my years of coaching, you just develop a huge appreciation for someone who can lay it on the line for the team, and it's not a glory thing. It's like being an offensive lineman in football. You don't get a whole lot of, pats on the back, but, how important is that? And she proved it again tonight.
So in those scores, you had 3 seniors leading the way big time. Hannah Olson, 17. Riley Burke had 16 on hot shooting, and then Lauren Johnson added her 14 points as well. So let's just start with Hannah Olson. She had 17 and 12. She's just doing it the way she always does, though, getting steals and getting defensive rebounds and going coast to coast. So just give a comment on what she's done tonight and all year.
Well, how about in her career? She scored 1,000 points
There we go.
tonight. You know, you got to really appreciate that. That's a nice milestone for her to reach. But her athleticism, and you know, our bookend to that is Lauren Johnson. They're both very athletic. They're high skill level track athletes. And they know how to put it to use on a basketball court, and a lot of it is finding the way and making those easy shots that are close to the basket. Both of them can do that. They both can step out a little bit and play too. Very good ball handling skills, although some may question that because of our ability to break that press tonight. But we'll leave that for another day. But just awesome athletes.
That was your two athletes that do things on the presser. Riley Burke is your hot shooter for sure. She had 3 in a row there in the fourth quarter to really make you guys take that lead back and maintain those points. So give a comment on Riley Burke's big shooting night.
Yeah, early on and through the course of the game, she wasn't feeling too good about her shooting abilities. But she knows, and I know what her shooting abilities are. It was just a matter of, hey, we're going to need you down the stretch. You're going to hit shots. You got to keep taking the good shots. And she got some good looks in that stretch and cashed them, and that's what she's all about.
Big character win on the road in non-conference. What do you think that means to you guys just heading into postseason?
Oh, that's just it's a huge thing for us to be able to win a close game. We went through periods of time of meltdown, flirted with disaster off and on, gave up a lead, but maintaining and getting your poise back and that sort of thing. Number one, it's a big senior thing, I feel, but it's a huge thing leading into districts.
Coach Schneider and the Stanton Vikings get out of here 51-50 with a road win, moving on to 18-4 on the year. Big win for them on the road, character win heading into postseason. Coach Schneider, good win tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks for the coverage. Appreciate it.